So then, happy Wine Wednesday, everyone. Oh, I just froze, didn't I? Happy Wine Wednesday, everyone. Sorry we're running a little late. Had a volleyball game to go to for the daughter, but glad to be here. Glad you're here. And we titled this, actually, first of all, sipping on something different today. I was in a sweet mood, so I got the Riesling out, and it's tasting mighty fine. I don't usually drink the sweets, but today was the day. So we're on a little white. Let me know what you're drinking in the comments, even if it's grape juice. And we just hope that your week has been fabulous. Hopefully, most of you made it to the Seahorse and Pipefish and the Women in Reefing events at MACNA 2020 online. If you didn't, I was lovely enough to tape them for us. Uh-oh, looks like my coins are going in the wrong direction. Ignore the coins, folks. But anyways, we're rushing to get this done. So I've already got a couple of people in the room with me. I do want to talk a little bit, cover what was covered at MACNA. I've got a little clip of one of the speakers to show you. And then, it's open chat this week. Just basically whatever we want to talk about, we can. So welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing this week, first of all? My joiners. Holly, how are you doing this week?
Doing great. One of my babies ate a whole frozen raisin for the first time today.
Hey, great.
They're eating the frozen now. Not completely. I'm still feeding them the live food, but they are eating it.
Nice. That is awesome. Well, we're going to have to focus in on that at some point and tell us what you did to make it happen. Nicole,
I gave them a
oh,
dish, believe
you,
it or not.
you gave them what?
I gave them a dish like the adults have.
No
I
kidding.
put a clamshell in there and I put the frozen food in it and they went for it.
You just never know. I've never heard of that happening or working, but hey, hats
No.
off.
I just figured out, well, they preferred to eat it off the ground. I'm always vacuuming it up, and I'm like, why don't I just put it in one place and then it'll be easier to vacuum?
No, not only is that smart, and a lot of people do use a dish for that reason, but that's really extremely interesting because that makes me wonder. We talk so much about how you need to remove the food within so long, and that would be the same in a
Mhm.
dish, but maybe the ground is just like in my big seahorses tank. If they go after a piece of mysis that's like caught in algae or something, they'll pass
Uh,
it up, So who knows? Biofilm or something. Well, good to know you got one eating, them eating. Nicole, how are you doing this week?
Doing fine, thank you. How's
Anything
everybody else?
anything new?
No, we just got home from a vacation and the kids have been taking care of my baby seahorses for me, but all of the baby brine shrimp I just, checked and they're all dead. So I'm like kind of in a panic,
The
but
brine
I
shrimp or
literally
the
just got home like an hour ago. Yeah, they're all dead. So
how old are they?
the babies are okay. So I'm trying to get them some saved and see what happens, but
Sure. Sure. So I mean I know you said you just got home an hour ago. But your focus right now is trying to set up, clean it, set up new brine shrimp, and you should have some within a day, right?
exactly.
Right. And how old are the
So
fry?
Mysis and hoping for the best. They're almost 7 weeks old, so like if they're hungry, they'll take it.
I'm
Let's
in
hope.
I'm so much in agreement with you. It might be a blessing in disguise. You never know. I know that's not a blessing in disguise, but I'm just
No, and
saying.
there were, they did a water. The kids did a water. I trained them before I left, and they did do a water change for me 2 days ago. The tank is looking pretty nasty right now, but I just took them out and put them in some fresh water, and I'll clean the whole. Not fresh water, but fresh salt water,
Right.
and I'll do a cleaning tomorrow. And in the meantime, they're like a 1 gallon pitcher. They should be fine. They're not huge yet, so there's only 3 of them, and I'm just adding some shaved mysis and hoping for the best.
Well, please let us know how it goes. I mean, you're right. If one takes it, they all will, and then it'll work.
Like blessing in disguise. Maybe they'll just
I hope so.
decide they're starving.
Absolutely, because you've done such a great job. I understand it's so hard to go on vacation. We've done that topic so many times because it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
uh
it was 3 nights. planned for a long time, and I had no idea I was going to have babies at this point. So
Right. Was the vacation great?
yeah, it was good. It was Vegas. It was a different experience than I've been there, but the other times that I've been there, because it's masks everywhere. There's no bars open. It's a little
Right.
different, but yeah, no, it was nice. We got to see the Grand Canyon, so that was cool.
Very cool. I'll tell you, I don't mean to be preferential or whatnot, but my favorite MACNA was at Vegas, and we didn't have the
Vegas
masks,
fun.
but I mean they had some masks, but not the face ones.
Yeah, no, it was different, but it was nice. Quick
Well, I'm
quick little getaway. Back at home, kind of happy to be home. I had anxiety the whole time I was gone. I'm like, if only I had known I was going to have babies, I probably wouldn't have planned it.
right.
Honestly.
I feel you, but I'm glad you had a week or a quick getaway, and I'm crossing fingers, sending good vibes, and I bet things will work out. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. And Marina,
Thank you.
no problem. Marina, how are you doing this week?
Good. Yeah, the seahorse and pipefish chat was really awesome.
I saw that you were there, and I was so glad. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm really seriously hoping we talked a lot at like the Saturday night and after the Sunday day thing. We talked a lot about trying to extend MACNA in the future. Like everybody that goes to MACNA usually misses the in-person, getting to know people, making connections, getting to, talk endlessly and not be confined by it. Like both of our events got cut off because they got so long because people like to do this kind of thing and chat like we're doing here. So they were talking very seriously about finding some sort of hybrid model where everyone who wants to come can, but then maybe people out of the US or whatnot could join virtually. So fingers crossed. It's a lot to do, but hopefully they will. Are you personally okay this week? Everything good with you, with your tanks, everything? I know you had heartbreak happen recently, so
Yeah, so I am down to the one seahorse in that tank, and we still don't really know exactly what's happened. We're assuming it's some sort of bacterial infection,
right, right.
but yeah, I'm hoping she's okay. She's got a mirror for now to keep her sort of a little bit company. She's in with the coral goby, except he doesn't really care about her. He's not interested in hanging out. But yeah, so hopefully she's okay. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so I'm going to send off an ICP test once I can get to in a couple weeks when we're out of stage 4 in Melbourne, and I can get to my one of my local fish shops so I can get an ICP test to send off
Very
and
good.
see if there's any sort of contaminant or anything else that's contributed to it.
Sure. And I know that you actually were in the Seahorse and Pipefish get together and heard Felicia's speech, which I'm going to do a little clip of here in a second, guys. But she actually just messaged me. That was the ding you guys heard, and said that her webcam that she got just to come on Wine Wednesday will be arriving this week. And so fingers crossed, pending and nothing else, she'll be here next week. And she's really good with with helping through diseases, just as Dan is. But it'll just be nice to have her aboard. So you could, I know we got cut off during the event. You could maybe ask her more questions one on one because there was a lot of people talking. So, but I think you're doing everything right. We talked last week, and I'm glad to hear the one is still doing well. And are you personally doing okay?
Yeah.
Good. And I'm just, again, so glad you came. We'll come back to you, I promise. But Ray, real quick, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I need a new spine, but they can put a man on the moon, but they can't rebuild my spine for me.
Right. I'm sorry.
That's part of life. When you get older, some of us don't have golden years.
Well, you know what? We appreciate that you are still sharing the seahorse love, and I personally always am saying prayers that you'll be doing okay and be better and etc. So I hate hearing that it's not going great, but
Well, the way I look at it, I'm
yeah.
doing better than a lot of other people.
Great attitude. Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right on perfect with that one. It's a great way to look. I tell my kids and my older kid all the time, stop complaining. You have no idea. It could be so much worse, but I feel you.
I'm
So
still on the right side of the ground level.
what was it?
I'm still on the right side of ground level.
There we go. There you go. I'm so glad to hear it. Anything new with your seahorses or everything pretty much the same?
Oh, are the same.